The George V threepence coin holds a special place in Australian numismatic history. Struck from 1911 to 1936, it spanned much of King George V's reign. This era saw considerable change and upheaval worldwide. The threepence, a small silver coin, symbolized national identity during turbulent times. Its production began shortly after King George V ascended the throne. The coin reflected Australia's ties to the British Empire. The global depression of the 1930s changed its composition. The George V threepence remains a link to a pivotal era in Australian history. The obverse of the George V threepence features a left-facing portrait of King George V. This design by Sir Bertram McKennell is instantly recognizable to collectors. The king is depicted in his coronation robes wearing the Tudor crown. This image of authority and regality was common on coins throughout the British Empire during this period. The inscription surrounding the portrait reads, Georgives Fife DG Brit Omen Rex FD Ind Imp. This Latin inscription translates to George V by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. It highlights the king's vast dominion and his multiple titles. The choice of portrait and inscription served several purposes. Firstly, it reinforced the connection between Australia and the British Crown. This visual reminder of the monarch was particularly significant in the early years of the Commonwealth. Secondly, it conveyed a sense of stability and continuity. This was especially important during times of global uncertainty, such as World War I and the Great Depression. The portrait of King George V on the threepence, therefore, was not merely a decorative element. It was a powerful symbol of authority, tradition, and national identity that resonated with Australians throughout the coin's circulation. The reverse of the George V threepence showcases the Australian coat of arms. This design, adopted in 1912, features a shield held up by a kangaroo and an emu. These native animals, unable to move backward easily, symbolize Australia's progress and forward momentum. The shield itself is divided into 6 sections, each representing one of the original Australian states. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth Star. This star, also known as the Federation Star, represents the unity of the 6 states and the territories of Australia. Below the shield on a scroll is the word Australia, boldly proclaiming the nation's identity. The inclusion of the Australian coat of arms on the threepence reflects the growing sense of national identity in the early 20th century. It served as a visual representation of Australia's unique flora, fauna, and federal structure. Moreover, its placement on a coin used in everyday transactions ensured that the emblem became familiar to all Australians. The reverse design, therefore, went beyond mere decoration. It conveyed a sense of national pride and unity, solidifying the threepence's place as a distinctly Australian coin. The George V threepence reflected global economic trends. From 1911 to 1945, it was struck in 0.925 silver. This gave the coin intrinsic value beyond its face value. The Great Depression led to a rise in silver prices. In 1946, Australia debased its silver coinage. The George V threepence remains a popular collectible. Its historical significance and design attract numismatists. The coin's value varies by condition, year, and mint mark. Even common dates in good condition can fetch a premium. The George V threepence is a microcosm of early 20th century Australia. It reflects the changing political and economic landscape. This small coin now serves as a reminder of a bygone era.